Well, it's another very, very early good morning. It is exactly 3 o'clock, and I'm up today at this time, which I had started tossing and turning because I was hurting a little with because of my diabetes. My blood sugar keeps dropping, and the alarm keeps going off, which I'm grateful for. But diabetes can just really suck sometimes. Um, added to everything else, and you have diabetes thrown in there, and it's like, um, it's the cherry on top of the shit sundae that is. Pardon my French, but at least I get to drink this. I drink cherry juice, and it is wonderful. And cherry juice is very good for you if you have like gout and things like that. It's good for lots of things, but it's very good for gout and things like that. So, granted, it's not full cherry juice. It's still, you're still getting it, but I just like the way it tastes. It's very good. And yes, if you're wondering, my shirt is on inside out because when I got up, I couldn't use my glasses. It's dark in the bed. My husband up, so I just grabbed my shirt and threw it on. And then when I realized I could feel like this, I was like, well, crap. Then I thought, I'm gonna fix it. And I thought, no, because that's not who I am. I woke up with this like this. This is what they're getting. So this is what you get. Um, but and I was having weird dreams. I've been having weird dreams anyway about the surgeries and stuff, and so that's been waking me up. And this I'm having a little bit. I know migraine's coming, but it's holding out, which I'm grateful for right now. But last night I got in the bathtub, and of course you can't use ice because we don't want, we want all the airflow. Blood flow to be non-restricted. So it could kill the penis that is on my face. So I just put that warm on my face, really warm on my face in the bathtub and stuff, and then I got a lot of stuff which you can't tell now. I don't know why you can't tell, but you can't off. I ate a lot of stuff, even some stuff in. It's just gross, but actually, if it wasn't on my face, I would find it super satisfying. But since it's on my face, it's disgusting and it's driving me nuts, of course. But it was like you could tell some more like the black stuff was coming off, or whatever you want to call it. It's like it oozes. But then it oozes this pus-like stuff that, like, you can use a Q-tip to get in there and just clean around, because you can't. Some of that stuff, that's hard, will come off, and like all this. Thank God, y'all. He did his very best to save my lip, and back in here, like my middle part was gone complete. Dr. Bailey did a great deal to save as much of my face as he could, and I appreciate it. And Dr. Cox has done and doing a great deal to, correct what's happened. So I'm trying to have a positive outlook, but I'm just gonna tell you, throwing diabetes in here is just like it is. It's a sucker punch to the gonads. I would say to the vagina, but vaginas are tough and testicles are not. So, it is a sucker punch to the gonads. And so I have to deal with this daily. I don't always talk about it because this is the forefront right here. But it's let's see. I'm trying to keep it covered because when there's a big alarm, it won't quit alarming. It's 77, so it's 77 steady, so I'm going to have to get it way up for it to not drop down again. So, but anyway, and I'm going to do what one of the viewers has suggested, and like try coffee enemas and things like migraines and things like that. So, I appreciate you for the viewer for telling me about it. I had heard something a while ago about that, but when you're younger, you're like, oh, I can't even talk about it in my whatever now. I mean, I'm not an old fart, but you know what? When you hurt and and there are remedies, you just have to know how to use them. I mean, you can't go out and say a certain plant does this and then go out and just eat that plant. You need to know how much consumption. You still have to know how much to take, what part of the plant you can eat, and things like that. So, because we have purslane out here, I love it because the blooms on them are beautiful. They're really considered a weed, but you can eat them. You can eat them raw, every single bit of the flowers, the stems, everything. You can just grab them up out of that bucket and eat them. They're best either raw or completely cooked. Otherwise, they're kind of slimy. But you can eat them. I mean, people eat them all the time in salads or for salad and stuff. So, but I like the way, and they taste good. The different, like, during the different times of day, it gives them more in the started to close up. They're a little bit saltier, as opposed to in the morning times when they're full. The sun opens them up completely. So that's a little tidbit I'm sure y'all could give two craps about, but I thought it was interesting. But I don't know. This waking up at 3, which they call 3 the devil's hour. Well, you know what? The devil can just take a flying leap, is what he can do. You know what? Seriously. He is not today. I'm not the one. So yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with is really that diabetes sucks. My blood sugar keeps dropping, so I'm having to sit here and constantly drink, and I do everything slow. I am your typical, well, I don't know, well, yeah, typical Southerner. I like to relax. I'm very, I don't know if I'd say I'm laid way back, but I'm laid back. I like to enjoy things. I also have a bird mouth, so when I eat, I like to talk, so those two things don't really go together. The more you talk, the less you eat, so by the time everybody's finished with their food, I still have most of my food. But I am a hoot at parties. But anyway, I'm still, working. I am gonna go though. I'm gonna either have my husband go. I'm gonna look up what to do if they just have them at stores about that coffee enemas. At this point, I've got to do something because, yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's constant, but it's not always like just such a migraine that it's debilitating, and then it becomes one. Especially like waking up like this. I probably was gonna wake up anyway, which is sad because I'd started to, But anyway, if anybody else is awake tonight, and you don't want to be. Let me tell you, I know how much it sucks, and if it's because your diabetes, well, diabetes just sucks in general. So that's what I always say, be nice to diabetics, because, they already have to deal with pricks all day, so don't be one to them. That's what I say. So, well, I love you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're up, try to eat or drink you something that'll help you go back to sleep and go lay down. Everybody needs their rest. So, if you would, this has helped, or you like my videos, like, subscribe, and share if you feel like doing that. If you don't mind. And as always, be kind to one another, be kind to others. First and foremost, be sarcastic, and always be the reason somebody drinks today. Love you guys.